Hi, Dave. There was a lot of curiosity about how your team would perform after the week off. Your assessment as to how they did.
I thought we played well. I thought we had people right through our lineup play well. I felt good about our group this morning. The last few days we've had good energy. There's a real positive feeling around our group. They were anxious to play, which is a good sign. And we got a chance to some good practice time in and work on our game a little bit. And I thought we came out tonight and we played a solid game.
Last Saturday being what it was, you mentioned that that's a game tape you probably want to burn and never see again. Is this the one though that is the opposite? You want to bookmark and show your players that this is how you need to play down the stretch and into the playoffs?
Well, there's some things I like the way there's some things that we talked about during the week that we went out and tried to execute. So that's a positive. You're building your game all the time. And, you throw one game out, but every game there's certain things that you like about your group, things to build on. The habits you got to get into in winning hockey, and we did a pretty good job of it tonight. We were fresh. We had pretty good legs, and our power play came through, got us a couple of big goals. But everybody in the lineup, I thought, contributed tonight, and that's what we're looking for.
Ryan Rashad, TSN.
Dave, when you make the decision to play Draisaitl and McDavid together against this team, and you don't have Nugent Hopkins, you're putting a couple of guys in position down the middle to have to come through for you. They're playing against pretty good players.
Yeah.
How do you think the depth part of your lineups and the other centers made out with that challenge? Obviously good. But
I wouldn't put them there if I didn't think they could do the job. So they came out tonight and did a very good job.
Mike Smith was just talking about maybe some of the differences in his, whether it's preparation compared to when he was younger. Seems to be able to just put stuff behind him when it doesn't go well and be more in the moment. What are your observations about a more mature Mike Smith than back in the day?
He's finally growing up. I've had him since it was 20 years ago, I think, since I first had him. So, he's just been really solid for us all year. I said it before, like he's 39 now, but he is one of the best athletes I've ever coached, and pure athletes. And he keeps himself in phenomenal shape. And he's really a driven guy this year. He's come back with really wants to prove that he still belongs in this league and wants to excel in this league. And it's a really a credit to him that he puts so much work into his game, because it's you don't see guys, especially at that age, at some point they get a little tired of putting the work in. He loves putting the work in, and he's getting rewarded for it.
Eric Van Dies, Post Media.
Hi, Dave. Jesse Puljujärvi hadn't scored a lot in the last 16 games. I think he had 2 goals. What was he doing well that you wanted to keep him up on that line?
Forechecks well. He's hard on the puck. Creates a lot of pucks, loose pucks. His work ethic is just, he's relentless out there. Stays on pucks, and it's good to see him get rewarded for his work. He's had some opportunities and hasn't gone in for him, so it's good to see him get rewarded tonight.
Was there any thought of replacing him and moving him down the lineup, or were you confident that he would kind of bust out of this slump?
No, you're always looking to tinker things, but he's been fine there.
Thanks, Dave.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
So you've coached lots of teams and had lots of off bye weeks and stuff when you get your team for 3 or 4 days and you can practice them and really, install some things and do a lot of coaching like you did this week. Do they always come out and play as well as they played tonight and I guess execute what you've been showing them the last few days? Does it always go that way, or is this rare?
Yeah, we didn't. It's not as if we did anything new this week. We just kind of reviewed some stuff that has been in our game all along, and when you have a chance to review some of it, it gets you kind of get refreshed with it. But our guys, I give them credit. They worked hard all week. We talked about this. We have 14 games left before tonight to earn a playoff spot, and to make sure if we get that spot, we're playing well as we're going in. So there's some things that we really wanted to emphasize this week of how we want to play, and the structure really of what we want to do. And I thought tonight was a good first step. We came out and we played a strong game, and we found a way to get a win. Now we're going to see if we can build on that for the next game.
McDavid and Draisaitl on the Puljujarvi goal, they both worked the wall really, really well. They caused some turnovers. They held the puck along the wall. They were taking punishment. They kind of looked like the Sedin brothers for a little bit of that shift. And finally, the puck comes loose to the right guy, and you get a goal. Yeah. Is that something is that a show some maturity in their game? They're able to, play that kind of game too.
I think they do that all the time, but the media and everybody focuses on the highlight goals that they get, but they do grind out some stuff. They're willing to put the work in, and it's that's part of what we talked about this week. You have to recognize it's going to be hard. Winning in the playoffs is hard, or winning to get a playoff spot is hard, and it's not going to be all pretty passes and breakaways. You're going to have to work for your goals, and our whole team's mindset was like that, and those guys are at the leader of that. When they get opportunities, when they check well and get opportunities with the puck, they can create stuff, and that's what happened tonight. So that the line was solid all night, and they checked them hard. They had a hard matchup against them the first couple of periods, but they ended up finding a way to capitalize, and it was a big goal for us.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Dave, the Haas, Cahoon, Yamamoto line created a lot, but they gave up virtually nothing. Yeah. And they played most of their minutes against the Scheifele line. Yeah. That's a line that hasn't played a lot together. What did you like about them specifically head-to-head against Scheifele's line today?
They're smart. They're smart with the puck. They work. Haas is a very intelligent player, always in the right spot. I thought that was Yamo's best game in a while, really played well on the wall and stuff. So they're just a smart line. They make enough plays where they have the puck enough where it makes the other team chase a little bit, and they're smart defensively. So it was a solid night for them.
You've been on the other end, Dave, when you're playing your third game in 4 nights as the Jets were. I know this year's more condensed. As a coach, do you notice that more, whether you're either the team playing 3rd and 4 or you're playing against teams who are playing their third game in 4 nights? Is it more noticeable, the fatigue factor this year?
I don't know if it's no more normal. That's a hard turnaround anytime, any year. So it's I think there's been more of the 3 and 4s and 4 and 6s this year than a normal year. So, but I know, within a normal year, everybody talks about back-to-backs, but 3 and 4s are a concern for a coach.
Your mouth.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, that to me looked like the best game Joakim Nygard has played this season. Did you think that?
Yeah, he was solid. We're looking for. He's a good forechecker. He's got speed. That's one of the parts of our game I think we have to try to improve as our forecheck, and so we gave him an opportunity. He hasn't had much opportunity this year just because we've had extra guys around, but we were going to give him the opportunity to step in, and he went in and he was very solid, drew a penalty, he used his speed, but that line was very good. Shore was solid in the middle, and Cassian, that's the best game he's played in a while. So I liked the line, and Nygard certainly did his part on it.